Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners just like you make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started.
Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 249, and I am so glad that you're here today because we're talking about you standing up for something in your business. I'm telling you, this is so important. Now, last week, I talked about your unfair advantage and how important it was for you, or it is, for you to leverage your unfair advantage. So go back and listen to that one after this one if you haven't. It's 248. Today, I'm talking about what you are standing for and why it is so important in your business. Okay. And I'm going to share with you what I believe I stand for, which hopefully y'all know if you're avid listeners or one of my Grow Getters or have taken any of my programs. Okay. And I'm just going to share this with you because I firmly believe that when you stand up for something, your business will succeed because you're taking a stand. And I'm going to tell you all those reasons why. So I can't wait. So anyways, if you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, whether you're starting, whether you're growing, whether you got an online business, a local business, whatever it is that you have. Know that you are in the right place and that I am here to help you and give you the confidence and skills that you need to make this dream of yours come true. So if you are new, make sure you get plugged in. I've got a lot of resources for you. So obviously I've got this podcast. It's free. Yes, it's free for you and you can learn a lot from it. You don't want to miss out on any future episodes. So make sure right now, like if you're an Apple Podcast, hit the plus or the follow button. I believe it's in the upper right. There's a check button. There's like a plus sign and a check button. Do that because then as I drop new episodes, you'll get a notification within your podcast app that will just say, this is the new episode that's out. I just don't want you to miss out on anything that I'm going to share with you coming up that I know can help you along your business journey. Okay. Also too, I've got a free Facebook group. It's called Women Starting Businesses Doing What We Love. Make sure you get in there. If you're starting your business, you're confused about what to do, you've got questions and you think they're silly and dumb, but you have nowhere to turn. You finally got a place. All these women are starting their businesses. Many of them have even been in business a while and love to help people like you. So make sure you come get in the group. It's free. So how do you get in the group? Scroll down right now in the show notes area of this podcast. Go down to the show notes. You'll see a link to the Facebook group. It'll take you over to Facebook, answer the 3 quick questions, and you can get in. I also have some free printable resources for you to help you, okay? If you're trying to start your business, I've got a 16-step checklist for everything you need to be doing to start your business. Grab that, print it out, do it, work on it now. People tell me they love it. I have coaching clients that will come to me with the list and say, I've done this, and this, but I'm still trying to figure out this and this, okay? So make sure you use that. I've got a guide to your entrepreneurial gifts. It'll help you figure out your entrepreneurial gifts. This is so important because you use your gifts in your business. It will help you run your business effectively and let you understand how to market your business effectively and all those things. So make sure you check those out, get both of them, get everything. There's more things than that, but I think you should look at what I have. Oh, and I have a full spreadsheet of all the tools and apps and software that I use that you can just look at and click over to those software packages and look at them. Everything from website platforms to everything, just so you're not like going, what do I use for this? What do I use for that? Check out my document. It is dynamic, meaning I update it regularly with tools and apps that I like or don't like, or if something changed. So make sure that you get those now. Get all those resources right now at your fingertips. Get moving. I'm so excited for you to build your business dream. And if you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. Shout out to my Grow Getters who are amazing humans. If you don't know what Grow Getters is, it's my group coaching program for new business owners, for women who are about to open their business. Maybe they just opened, or maybe if you've even been open a while and you're like, you know what? How do I get myself confidently showing up and building my business? Like, what are all the things that I need to be doing? How do I market myself authentically? What am I doing? How do I do this? Make sure you check out Grow Getters right now. We have such a great group of ladies. I'm live in their coaching each month. I help you on a Zoom call each month where you can get help for your business. Ask me questions, and we do trainings each month. So it's great. It's an awesome group. And not to mention all the trainings that are going to help you. I have a whole training hub that walks you through how to grow your business and the 5-step method that's going to just make it so much easier for you. So anyways, check all that out right now, grow-getters.com, or again, you can scroll in the show notes down below and get that. So that's it. Okay, on to the episode. Hi, everyone. How are you? What is going on in your business? I'm so excited for you, whatever you're doing. If you got a service business, maybe you got a product business, maybe you got a combo of services and products. Who knows? I'm just so happy for you. I'm so proud of you for having the courage to take this inkling that you've had in your soul and turn it into something. You've taken steps. You've done something many people will never ever do. I've told my Grow Getters this several times that I know people, especially I've had bunco in my neighborhood. Do any of y'all play bunco? Well, the neighborhood women, we play bunco sometimes. You know, we actually haven't recently. COVID kind of screwed some of that up. But I would go and see neighbors and we'd talk about stuff. I'd tell them what I do. And then they'd be like, yeah, I always thought about starting a business, but they never do. And I'm like, tell me what stage you're at. Like, have you done anything? Do you know this or that? No, they've done nothing. They've done nothing but sit on their dream. What's happening? Don't let this happen to you. You're better than that. You're doing this. You're taking steps. Your business can start small. Don't freak out that this has to be a bazillion-dollar business right away. It doesn't. It can fit into your season of life. In fact, I have another episode on that. Just look back. It's a few episodes back. And I talk about how season of life is so massively important to your business. It can fit into your life. Don't think it has to take over your life, that you have to quit your job right now, like all these things. You don't have to do any of that. It gets to be your way, or you can quit your job. You can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of this. You have the freedom to do it the way you want. Today, I'm talking about taking a stand for something. Taking a stand for something. I want you to think about it. The people that you respect in your life, I want you to just sit here and pause. You know, I do this a lot because I know a lot of you are driving, you're walking, you're cleaning the house. These are the things that y'all tell me that y'all are doing when y'all are listening. And oftentimes you do have a moment where you can reflect because you're listening to me and maybe, again, you're walking or something. And you have a moment here where I can say to you, think about the people that you respect in your life. And I'm willing to bet that those people have taken a stand for something. They represent something that you find very relatable to or you aspire to. Think about it. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's your mom, your dad, grandmother, grandfather, great-grandmother, great-grandfather. Maybe it's a family member. Maybe it's a cousin, aunt, uncle. Maybe it's a good friend. Maybe it's a good friend's parent. Think about it. There's people you respect in your life because they stand for something. Hi, friends. I just had to jump in here really quick because so many of you have asked me what my credit card recommendations are. And I wanted to share it with you in a great promo that may help you out if you're starting your business or in the growth stage, and especially if you are strapped for cash right now or investing in things in your business. I have used Capital One for the past probably 20 years, I'm guessing, for my businesses and for my home. They have such great rewards and all that stuff, but I have to tell you about this promo that they have going on right now. And that is 15 months interest free. Are you hearing me? If you're trying to invest in things in your business right now, whether you're your website or maybe you're trying to hire someone to help you, whatever it is, y'all, 15 months interest free. Scroll down and click the link below. You also get a $200 bonus when you spend $500 in the first 90 days. Y'all, that's amazing. And they also have a no fee credit card. So you don't have to worry about like some type of annual fee. Also, they have like 3% cash back on certain things that you spend on in the month. So it's a total no-brainer to have 15 months interest free. Just think about that relief of stress that you could experience right now and things that you're trying to spend on, and to know that all you have to do is make a minimum payment each month. You don't have to, like, it's barely a minimum payment. Y'all, you don't have to pay it off for 15 months. It's amazing. Anyway, scroll down in the show notes and get your hands on it because I'm telling you, you will be so happy and have so much relief. Back to the episode. Think about even a political party that you follow. because they stand for something, you can relate. You like that. Or maybe right now in today's climate, you don't even know what's happening with our government. But I won't go there. I won't go there, right? But think about it. That's why you do things. Think about maybe when you found out a certain business owner that you know around you, or a business you go to, maybe you met the owner or something they put up in their store that you're like, I resonate with that. I love this. They stand for something. Think about brands that you repeatedly buy or why you support them. Because you're like, I know they stand for something. I want to support that. This is where I want my money to go. Think about it right now. Think about the friends that you pick in your life. Usually it's because they stand for something similar to you. They kind of see life the way you see life. They're not just towing the line on everything. Think about maybe your spouse or you have a significant other. You can relate to him or her because they stand for something similar to you, but they stand for something. Think about maybe there's even people you don't agree with. You can say, well, they did stand for something. They have a following because they're not afraid to stand for something. So I want you to think about it today with your business. What do you stand for? What do you stand for? It is imperative that you stand for something. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why it's imperative that you stand for something. And then we're going to go through and get you to really think about it. I'm going to share with you what I stand for. Okay. The first reason why you need to stand for something is because it builds loyalty and trust. So think about what I just said about getting you to think about businesses that you frequent, brands that you rebuy, people that you hang out with, that there's some type of loyalty and trust there because they stand for something. I am willing to bet they stand for something. If you go to Whole Foods, there's a reason why you buy Whole Foods. Okay? They stand for something. They don't want pesticides. They don't want chemicals. Although we could go down a rabbit hole that some of the foods maybe have this, some of the packaged foods are that. Okay, let's just forget that for now. They do stand for something, and it's a higher price to go there. But you support it because you believe in that, right? If you're a Whole Foods buyer, that's what it is, right? But it builds loyalty and trust. Think about it right now. Stuff that you get delivered, whatever it is, okay? So that's the first reason why you must stand for something, because it's how you build a following. It's how you build a following. Okay. Number 2, why standing for something is so important is because it gives you material for your marketing and storytelling. That's what you're doing. In Grow Getters, that's what we do. I kind of help you map out how you're going to show up, what you're going to say, what you're going to do, so you can attract people that want to buy your stuff. That's what you're doing, right? What you're saying and doing so you can attract people that want to buy your stuff. And if you don't stand for anything, you're not really speaking that loudly. You're just kind of going in the abyss of all of the businesses. If you stand for something, you now actually have a base for all of your marketing and storytelling. Think about it. Think about it. If you stand for something, let's say you're Whole Foods and you stand for no pesticides and all that, think about the endless amount of material you have to talk about your stuff, to create branding around it, to hold events about it, to hire people who believe the same thing. I mean, I can't even imagine. Rewards programs, y'all, the list could go on for like hours and hours. And then if you're the owner, you can tell your story of why you stand for this or that, why you believe that. That is what creates a customer base, right? That's how you stand out, because your story is different. When you take a stand, it makes your marketing and storytelling so much easier and so much more clear to those you're meant to serve. Okay, so let's review. Number one, it builds loyalty and trust, which what? Builds a following. Okay, number two, it makes your marketing and storytelling so much easier and clear, which again, makes you stand out and creates your following, right? And number three, this one is key. Listen up. Number three, helps you create impact. There is impact you are meant to be making through your business. And when you take a stand, you start actually creating impact instead of just being another business. You are not a drive-through restaurant. You are not a commodity. Whatever you're selling, it's something special. It's something meaningful. It's something helpful. It's something that will change people's lives. It's something that makes people happier. It's something that improves their relationships. It makes them feel better about themselves. It betters their lives, whatever it is. Maybe it just brings them happiness and brings them a giggle or a smile or a bit of inspiration. You are creating impact. You have God-given gifts that should be used in your business because that is how you're going to stand out too. Stating what you believe or what your business stands for and moving toward that allows you to create products and services that create the impact you are meant to be making. Are you hearing me? Y'all, this is so important. It allows you to create the impact you are meant to be making. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? So I want you to think about it. I have, over the years, been thinking about my stance. And in the beginning, it was a little hard for me. I'm not even going to lie. I was like, what's my stance? Like, you can start a business. That's a stance. That's good. Like, everyone can start a business. It's not that hard. It's simple. Yeah, that's my stance, is that starting a business isn't that hard or doesn't have to be that scary. It can be fun. It can be exhilarating. Yeah. But over time, it started to blossom from there. So that's what you have to do today is think, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Right? What am I really hoping to change in this world through my business? Right? And it will blossom from there. I suggest you get a Google Doc, you get your notes app, you get a notepad and a pencil or a pen. I'm a pencil person, So I'm constantly, even while I'm talking here, I'm scribbling on my paper because I made my 3 points before I do this, right? I make my 3 points on paper in front of me and then I record the podcast. I don't rehearse, nothing. It all just comes to me, right? Thank you, Lord. But I will tell you, when I started this business and I was saying business can be simple, this should be exhilarating, all these things, and it slowly has, I don't want to say morphed, but blossomed, I think is the best word. Matured, blossomed, I don't know. And that's what I'm guessing will happen to you unless you already know you have a strong stance. Now, in Grow Getters, we talk about your strong stance. So all you Grow Getters out there, just go into the Training Hub right now and search for strong stance, and you will find the videos with the training if you haven't done them already. This is important. You have to have a strong stance, but you have to stand for something. I mean, the brands that you know of that are clear are because they stand for something, right? So as I said, mine started that business can be simple. It should be exhilarating and fun. It doesn't have to be that hard. Well, then it started morphing when I'm starting helping new business owners figure out how the heck they're going to market their stuff. Like, what are they going to say? What are they going to do? How are they going to sell their stuff? And my whole method in Grow Getters is about being authentic and true to who you are. And I help you create a custom plan that fits you. I don't believe in one size fits all. I'm sick of all the marketing crud that is being thrown at you and me daily on social. I'm over it. I have not clicked on anything in so long because I'm so over it and I don't want to keep getting fed that stuff. I think we can all fall in the trap of the latest strategy, tactic, tool, whatever it is. I think it's bigger than that. I really do. I think it's bigger than that. I think it's having a plan that fits you. And I stand for that. My Grow Getters know that I stand for that. I stand for ethical business standards, right? How you run your business should be ethical. You should not use a testimonial that someone hasn't either agreed to or just give it as anonymous from a past client. Like, there's all kinds of things that I talk about in Grow Getters about being ethical and what you do, right? My stance has blossomed too, that God has given you gifts that you can use to impact the world through your business. That is a stance that I say. Did y'all realize that? Did you hear me earlier? I said that. That's my stance. I truly believe that, no doubt, because I know it. How do I know it? Because I've coached clients one-on-one and in my programs, and each and every one of you are different and gifted in your own way, and I see it. I see it. When you come on the call and you tell me you can do this or that, I'm amazed every time because none of us have the same gifts. I feel like we all have this different mix. It's a different recipe that God has made each of us with. And it's so awesome to see what you're gifted at. And if you're not using the gifts, business is hard. It's hard because you're forcing yourself to do things that go against who you truly are. And I know the majority of you listening to me today are value-driven human beings. It's hard. So I talk about that a lot. That is a stance of mine, that you have God-given gifts that can impact the world through your business. Don't forget that, ever. I also stand for the fact that you are capable of more than you ever believed. You are capable. You are stronger than you ever believed. I don't think a lot of you believe it, and you are. God has given you the strength. It is within you. I could go on a whole 4-hour tangent just on that. It's true, right? But that's the stance that I take, and you have to take one too. I talked about this in the last episode that in the beginning too of my business, I didn't talk about my faith very much at all. Because I was scared. I was scared it was going to alienate people. And I don't want to make people feel bad if they don't believe what I believe. But then I sat back and said, but what I believe is the truth. So why should I be scared to talk about it, right? My belief in God, Jesus, Christianity, all of it is what I believe to be truth. So why would I be scared to share that? So I slowly started letting it enter my podcast episodes and things I would say, and I started getting feedback. Sure enough, people were telling me, I'm so glad you talk about your faith. I'm so glad to hear about this. I didn't know that it was going to bring a good reaction. I had no idea, right? I stand for that. So for any of you listening and you're not a Christian, you know you're welcome here, and it's fine. I'm talking about business, but you know what I stand for. And maybe even if you don't believe what I believe, you believe that I'm being true to myself. And that's worthy of being respected in a sense, right? For you. Because maybe I don't believe what you believe, but I am standing for something. And I'm being honest about what I believe and what I believe for you with your business. So people know that. And you can stay. You don't have to listen. There's other podcasters out there. There's YouTubers. There's business coaches. I think we all find where we resonate. We find it, right? So again, I was a little hesitant. I'm not saying you have to bring faith into your business like the stuff that you say all the time. I think that's a personal choice. I would never tell you. But if you felt convicted of that, if you have felt convicted to share little breadcrumbs and little drops, then do it. But maybe your business doesn't necessarily have to be broadcasting your faith, but it can be broadcasting another message of what you stand for, just like me, about authenticity in marketing, ethical business standards, that business doesn't have to be scary or complicated. It can be simple and exhilarating, right? There's other things that I stand for. So for you today, I want you to ponder this. And if you're in Grow Getters, let's talk about it on our next Zoom call too. You can bring it up. Say, I'm trying to figure out what I stand for. And I want to just talk this through. Sometimes that's just what we need to do. We need to talk things through like mature human beings. Okay? It is imperative that you stand for something. I don't care what it is. It's got to be true to you. It's got to be what you believe. It's got to be what you believe about your people. Because why? Let's review the 3 things real quick and I'll wrap it up. Because it builds loyalty and trust. It will then gather you a following. It will. Okay. You've seen it all over in the world with people who stand for something. They gather a following. Okay. Number 2, it makes your marketing and storytelling so much easier and clear on what you should be talking about. Okay. That's amazing. We want marketing to be easy, right? And number 3, it allows you to create the impact you are meant to be making. How awesome is that? Thank y'all so much for being here. Stand for something today. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so proud of you for being brave enough to stand for something, because I'm telling you, it's the way that this business is going to be fulfilling and rewarding and successful. So that's it. Y'all have an awesome day. Again, you can go to grow-getters.com for information on Grow Getters. You can go to KimberlyBrock.com for all the information, the free downloads, the podcast, and everything. I'm so happy you've been here. And until next time, bye now.
Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.
Well, hello, friends. Real quick before we kick off the episode, I have to let you know about something exciting. I am seriously considering having an upgraded version of this podcast where you get bonus episodes and exclusive content. But here's the deal. I'm trying to decide what that content and those episodes should be. I do have some ideas, and I was wondering if you could vote really quick and tell me what you think about what would entice you, what would be interesting to you to get as bonus episodes on this podcast. For example, deeper dives into topics. Maybe I'm answering questions that many of you ask about starting or growing a business. Maybe even overhearing coaching calls, something like this. It would be a paid, upgraded version of this podcast, not very expensive at all, probably just a handful of dollars a month, but it'd be extra content for you to help you along your journey. My whole goal is to help you build your business dream. And I would love to offer you even more because some of you are asking for it. So if you could just look down in the show notes right now, there's 2 ways you can give me your answers. Number 1, I have a Google form with 5 quick questions. It can be anonymous. You just answer them and vote on what would be interesting to you. Or number 2, I have a voice memo system. You can just click it and you could just leave a voice memo with your phone right now and just record it and tell me what kind of topics, what things would be interesting to you behind the scenes, market news. What would be things that would be extra that would be really valuable to you? So thank you all so much. Okay, on to the episode.